A traveling salesman, Grigor Samsa, awakens on his bed to find that he has changed into a giant bug. He looks around his room, which appears normal, and decided to sleep again, to forget what was happened. He tries to roll over only to find that he can't because of his new body, trapped he's on his hard, convex backside. He tries to scratch and itch on his stomach, but when he touches himself with one of his many new legs, he is disgusted. He reflects on how dreary life a traveling salesman is, and how he would quit if his parents and sister did not depend so much on his income. He turns to the clock and sees that he has overslept and missed the train to follow their work. When Gregor's mother knocks the door and he responded, he noticed that his voice has altered. His family fears he is unwell and requests that he unlock the door, which he keeps shut out of habit. He wants to go out of bed, but his altered physique prevents him from doing so. While struggling to move, he hears his office manager come into the family apartment to find out why Gregor has not shown up to work. He eventually rocks himself to the floor and calls out that he will open the door momentarily. The office manager warns Gregor through the door about the implication of skipping work and indicates that Gregor's recent work has not been adequate. Gregor expresses his displeasure and informs the office manager that he'll be there soon. Neither his family nor the office manager comprehend what Gregor says, and they think that he is suffering from terrible illness. Grigor manages to unlock and open the door with his mouth. Since he has no hands, he begs the office manager's forgiveness for his late start. Horrified by Gregor's appearance, the office manager bolts from the apartment. Gregor tries to catch up with the fleeing office manager, but his father drives him back into the bedroom with a cane and a rolled newspaper. Gregor's injury himself squeezing back through the doorway, and his father slams the door shut. Gregor, exhausted, falls asleep. When Gregor awakes, he noticed that someone has left him milk and bread in his room. Initially delighted, he soon realized that he has lost his taste for milk, which was formerly one of his favorite meals. He takes a seat underneath the couch and listens to a peaceful flat. The next morning, his sister Great comes and notices that he hasn't touched his milk and replaces it with decaying food scraps, which Gregor gladly consumes. This begins a routine in which his sister feeds him and cleans up while he hides under the couch, afraid that his appearance will frighten her. Gregor spends his time listening through the wall to his family members, talking while she's in isolation. They often discuss about the difficult financial situation that they find themselves in now that Gregor can provide for them. Gregor also learns that his mother wants to visit him, but his sister and father will not let her visit. Gregor becomes more at ease with his new physical appearance. For fun, he starts climbing the walls and ceiling. Great, upon discovering Gregor's new hobby, decided to replace some of the furniture to give Gregor extra space. She and her mother begin removing the furniture, but Gregor is greatly disturbed by their activities. He attempts to rescue a photo of a woman wearing a fur hat, scarf, and muff on the wall. The Gregor's mother collapses as she sees him hanging on the wall. Greet calls out to Gregor, the first time anyone has spoken directly to him since his transformation. Gregor runs out of the room and into the kitchen. His father returns from the new job and misunderstands everything. the situation, and he believes that Gregor has tried to attack the mother. The father throws apple at the Gregor, and it one sinks into his back and remains lodged there. Gregor managed to get back into his bedroom, but it is severely injured. Gregor's family starts keeping the bedroom door open for a few hours every evening so that he can keep an eye on them. As a result, his shift and their new hardship, he sees his family disintegrating. Greed seems to be despise Gregor, feeding him and cleaning up with little effort. The family replaces with their maid with a low-cost cleaning lady who tolerates Gregor's presence and occasionally speak up to them. They also take on their three boarders, requiring them to move excess furniture into Gregor's room, which distresses Gregor. Gregor has also lost his taste for the food Crete brings, and he also entirely ceases eating. The cleaning lady leaves the Gregor's door open one evening as the boarders recline in the living room. Crete has been requested to play the violin for them, and Gregor emerged from his bedroom to listen. The boarders, who appreciate and appeared to be interested in Crete at first, then they become bored with her show. But Gregor is captivated by it. When one of the border guards notices Gregor, they grow alarmed. Gregor's father tries to shove the boarders back into their rooms, but the three men protest and announce that they will move out immediately without any paying rent because of the disgusting condition in the apartment. Great tell her parents that they must get rid of Gregor or they will all ruined. Her father agrees, wishing Gregor could understand them and would leave of his own accord. Gregor does in fact understand and slowly moves back to the bedroom. They're determined to rid his family of his presence. Gregor dies. The family is overjoyed knowing that Gregor is no longer alive. The father drives the boarders and fires the cleaning lady who disposed of Gregor's body. The family takes a trolley trip out to the countryside to think about their money. Months of spare living as a result of Gregor's condition have left them with substantial savings. They decided to move a better apartment, and Greet appears to have their strengths and beauty back, which lead her parents to think about finding her a husband. First, we need to respect ourselves no matter what happened to our life. We need to give those healthy respect in order for us to become to feel happy and contented. Next is live in the present. We need to embrace what we have right now, and we need to deal all the things that we learned from the past. And lastly, love unconditionally to all the person that surrounds you. Thank you.